Oh, you're here. Good. I was hoping for company. You see, I've got stories, dark ones, chilling ones, the kind that keep you up at night. Mythical creatures, curses, horrors you can't escape. Shall we begin? Don't worry, I won't bite. Much.
Do you think European mythology is all about Zeus hurling lightning, Odin glaring from his throne, and King Arthur pulling a sword from the stone? Think again. On the western edge of this ancient continent lies Wales, a land of breathtaking landscapes where sheep outnumber people and myths run as deep as its valleys. The Welsh have more to offer than their rich musical traditions. Their land holds a treasure trove of legends, carefully preserved in a medieval collection known as the Mabinogion. If you've never heard of the Mabinogion, don't worry. It's like an ancient manuscript gathering dust in the deepest corners of a library, waiting to be rediscovered. These tales speak of magical kingdoms, legendary heroes, and enchanted adventures filled with love, curses, and transformation. Today we'll dive into one of its most fascinating yet lesser-known stories. Blodeuwedd, the Flower Bride. Are you ready? Let's hop on Gwydion's magical broomstick and journey to the misty Welsh Highlands to witness a tale of magic, betrayal, and redemption. In the misty highlands of northern Wales, the powerful ruler Math and Gwydion resided in his ancient castle. Not only a great leader but also a master of magic, Math was often accompanied by Gwydion, a cunning strategist and spellcaster known for his mischief and ingenuity. One evening, as Math and Gwydion were discussing matters of their kingdom, the prince, Lleu Llaw Gyffes, sat with a darkened expression, his sorrow evident. "What troubles Lleu?" Math asked, frowning. "Has he lost sleep or been kicked by a goat?" Gwydion chuckled dryly and explained, "He has been cursed. No mortal woman will ever wed him. Even those who might love him turn away as if compelled by some unseen force. Perhaps it's time we crafted him a bride through magic, lest he wither away in loneliness." Math pondered for a moment and nodded. "Very well. If the laws of nature refuse him a wife, then let us summon one from the essence of the land itself." Under the moonlit sky, Math and Gwydion led Lleu into an enchanted clearing deep within an ancient forest. Towering trees encircled them, their shadows weaving patterns on the forest floor. "Gather the flowers," Math commanded. Obediently, they collected the most vibrant and mystical blossoms, wild roses, honeysuckle, and oak blossoms, arranging them in a sacred formation upon the earth. Chanting incantations in the tongue of old, Math and Gwydion called upon the forces of nature. The flowers shimmered, trembling as if awakened by the magic. A soft wind stirred, lifting the petals into a swirling dance. Slowly, they merged, forming the delicate shape of a woman with golden hair, pale skin, and a serene smile. Thus, Blodeuwedd was born, her name meaning flower face. She was breathtaking, her beauty as ephemeral as the petals from which she came. Lleu gazed at her, his heart pounding as if all his suffering had vanished. Blodeuwedd, newly awakened, met his eyes with a gentle yet curious gaze. Lleu and Blodeuwedd's wedding was a grand affair. The castle was alive with music and laughter, and the people rejoiced at their prince's newfound happiness. At first, their marriage was blissful. They walked together in the castle gardens, drank honeyed wine, and whispered words of love under the moonlight. But deep within, Blodeuwedd began to question her existence. "Who am I?" she wondered. "Was I created solely to be a wife? Do I have no will of my own?" The doubt festered, a silent storm brewing beneath her delicate facade. One fateful day, Lleu was called to the borderlands for war. Left alone, Blodeuwedd roamed the forest beyond the castle walls, seeking solace in the wild. It was there she met Gronw Pebr, a nobleman unlike any she had known. Where Lleu was noble and distant, Gronw was warm and ardent. He was immediately captivated by her. "You are made of flowers," he asked in astonishment. "And yet do you not dream? Do you not long for something beyond what you were given?" Blodeuwedd trembled. For the first time, someone acknowledged her doubts, her yearning for freedom. The two fell into a forbidden love, their passion burning like an autumn blaze. As their affair deepened, so did their desperation. "If we are to be together," Gronw whispered, "we cannot let your husband return." Blodeuwedd hesitated. She had once loved Lleu, but was it true love or merely the spell that had bound her to him? Determined to claim her own fate, she and Gronw devised a sinister plan. Through careful questioning, she learned of Lleu's one weakness, a peculiar condition that made him nearly invulnerable. He could only be killed under specific circumstances. He had to stand with one foot on a bathtub and another on a goat, and only then could he be struck down. Feigning concern for his well-being, Blodeuwedd convinced Lleu to enact the ritual under the guise of cleansing himself of lingering curses. As Lleu stood in the absurd position, Gronw emerged from the shadows, bow drawn. The arrow struck true. Lleu let out a cry, his body twisting with unnatural magic. Before he could hit the ground, he transformed into a wounded eagle and, with a desperate flap of his wings, vanished into the sky. Lleu's disappearance sent shockwaves through the kingdom. Math and Gwydion, furious and grief-stricken, set out to find him. Through magic, Gwydion tracked Lleu, finding him perched on a withered tree, feathers stained with his own blood. "Lleu," Gwydion murmured, reaching out. Despite his mischievous nature, he was fiercely loyal to his kin. With careful spells, he healed the eagle's wounds, restoring Lleu to his human form. Pain and fury burned in Lleu's eyes. His love had betrayed him, turning his happiness to ash. Rallying his forces, Lleu waged war against Gronw. No amount of courage could save the traitor from his fate. Gronw fell, pierced by arrows, his blood seeping into the earth. Blodeuwedd, now a prisoner, stood before Lleu, her face pale but resolute. "I did not wish to be a puppet," she whispered. "I only wanted to be free. But some choices come at a heavy cost." Gwydion stepped forward, staff in hand. "For your betrayal, you shall live, but never as a woman again. You will dwell in darkness, shunned by your own kin." A swirl of shadows engulfed her, her cry fading into the wind. When the smoke cleared, an owl flapped its wings, its mournful hoot echoing through the night. From that day forth, Blodeuwedd was no longer the flower bride, but an owl, a creature condemned to the night, forever hunted and alone.